Are we good? Can you see my live stream on the... So, hello everyone. Welcome to Pundi X Q2 Quarterly Report AMA. So, my name is Cheah, CEO and co-founder of Pundi X. So, in this live stream AMA, we've prepared for everyone several different things. One, of course, is our quarterly report, which we will share with you our progress that we have done throughout Q2. So in the AMA report, there are a few things that maybe some of you might find interesting. One of them is actually our Expos and also X Wallet progress. Of course, that also includes a customized X-Pass card, which we are shipping all over the world. So there are some very interesting updates, and I believe there are some numbers that which you will find very interesting. Also, we will be sharing with you our token removal process. As you know, we are committed to boost our token usage, and the token removal process comes into two aspects. One is, of course, our token removal from our daily usage of our Expos. And the second one is also from the conversion. So that is something that we will be sharing later as well. We'll also be sharing some of the AMA questions that some of you have asked. So we have tabulated quite a lot of questions, and I hope that we can answer each and every one of them. Next, we will also have some updates about Function X and also X Phone. We believe that we are bringing some very exciting news for X Phone, and we will also be sharing the pre-order dates. So, guys, let's get started and start our report. So this is the Q 2019 report. All right. First, I'd like to share that one of the things that people have talked about, including Christine Lagarde, the managing director of IMF, is that cryptocurrency would definitely be making changes to the world, in the sense that it will be making a lot of impact. So as she said, innovations like cryptocurrency are having a clear impact on financial sector's incumbent. So what can Pundi X play in this role, and what are the things that we have done to make it different? So first, I would like to share with everyone some of the things that we have done. As you know, we want to encourage more and more integration into our Expos series. So one of the things which we have done is actually to integrate different chains into our products. The chain that we have integrated so far includes BTC, ETH, and now we are integrating BNB and also a NAM. So we have officially integrated Binance chain into our Pundi X product, which means that you will be seeing, if you update your X wallet, or if you are a merchant and you have updated your Expos, you will see both Binance chain and also a NAM chain included. So one of the things we have done is actually to include Binance chain and also NAM chain in Q2. So for those of you who haven't updated your X wallet into version 1.9, if you update it, you will be seeing Binance chain and also NAM support. Next, we will continue to integrate more chain as we go. So in Q3, we will be integrating at least one more chain into the system. So look forward to having more public chain integrated into Expos, X Wallet, and X-Pass for more usage. Next, I would like to share with you some of the numbers of Expos. So as you can see from the screen, in Q2, we have done 15.5 million transaction volume in USD. So let's just compare the numbers to Q1. In Q1, we have done 3.9 million. So from 3.9 million to 15.5 million, that is a close to 300% quarterly increase. So we're happy to say that the transaction volume of Expos is really increasing. And we have grown from a 3.9 million to a 15.5 million transaction volume, which means a close to 300% increase. Next, let's take a look at the number of transactions. In Q2, we did almost 30,000 transactions on Expos, which is a 11% quarterly increase and growth. What are the growth areas that we have done for Expos? As we have mentioned, we have done certification for CE and also with the UAE government. And in Q2, we have managed to done FCC and also KC certification. So with certification, what we are doing is that we are officially and legally being able to distribute Pundi Expos in North America, EU, Korea, and also the UAE. And the good news is that in this quarter, we will be able to have at least one more certification, and that certification is in Latin American region, which means that with the certification, we will be able to distribute in Latin America country as well. Next, we talk about point of sales integration. The key strength of Expos is that it comes with crypto and also allow merchant to accept cashier payment. One of the requests that our users have is that why don't we integrate our software into existing point of sale system? And in Q2 last year, we did share that we are working on integrating into existing point of sales. So the good news is that we managed to integrate into a point of sales system, which is a mainstream point of sale system into the market, into it. So we are now waiting for approval for the point of sales company so that we can actually share more in our PR releases. Next, let's talk about open platform. So as you know, we have released open platform in early May. The motivation for open platform is very simple. What we want to do is that we want to create a use case whereby other tokens and other blockchain companies can use open platform to list their token. By listing their token, we will be creating use cases for all these tokens so that they can actually allow their token to be used for daily sales. What it means is that things that we can actually do for MPXS token and soon MPXSM token will also be available for other tokens, such as buying and selling of the crypto assets and also using these crypto assets to actually buy and sell, daily items. So the tokens that we have supported so far include KCS, KuCoin, Digix, Kyber, NEM, Lime, VRH, Binance, which is in the BEP2 format, and of course, MPXS. Moving forward, we'll be able to support existing ERC20 tokens on our open platform, as well as BEP2 tokens. What it means is that if you are a developer or a company who wants to let your ERC20 and BEP2 tokens be available on Expos, XWallet, and XPass, so that a person can actually go to a store and use your token to purchase daily items through Expos, or allow people to go to the stores to buy your tokens. If your token is a ERC20 BEP2 tokens, you are able to list on open platform. Of course, open platform will continue to support more tokens and also tokens from different public chain. As we have commented, we will be able to at least integrate one more public chain into Expos in Q3. Next, let's look at some numbers from XPass. We are committed to deliver XPass card into different markets. And let us take two use cases. One is actually Digix, which is a gold pack token. So Digix has ordered 3,000 XPass card. And another one is Big Kobe, which is based in Spain. And Big Kobe has ordered 10,000 XPass card. The beauty about XPass card, as you know, is that it is operating without the control of existing financial system. With the card, it operates like a regular bank card, except that it is free from the control of the current financial system, whereby we can actually store crypto assets on these cards. And because it is free from control from the current financial companies, what it means is that we won't be able to shut down easily. Of course, all our products are fully compliant and we follow a strict legal process, including onboarding of merchants and also users. So these are some of the users that are using Expos globally. So they're in 30 different countries, and the Expos are used in different ways. It is used in coffee shops for people to buy coffee. It is used in a gym for people to subscribe to gym subscription, and etc., etc. So we're happy to say that it is spreading well and it is being used in different use cases. And that, of course, includes for people to acquire crypto assets through Expos. For you who want to know about where our Expos are, you're welcome to go to pundiX.com/products to take a look at our merchant list. The merchant list includes merchant that has given us permission to list their location whereby they have Expos. Next, let's go to XWallet. We have recently launched XWallet in 2019, and our growth is pretty tremendous. The quarter-to-quarter growth is actually close to 50% at 43%. In the previous quarter, we have less than 20,000 users, and this quarter, we have hit so far 257,000 users. It is a solid growth, and the good thing is that there are more and more features to come. So let's take a look at some of the features that we have planned for XWallet to actually bring our XWallet user to a different level. Currently, for the past 5 months that we have XWallet, we have supported BTC, ERC20, and now if you update your XWallet, you will also support BNB, and NAM token. Some of the users have actually given us some feedback, and we have incorporated this feedback into the system. That include a two-factor authentication, a Face ID, and a much better SMS service so that we can reach users from all over the world. X Wallet is not just on iOS and also Google Play. It is also available on Samsung Galaxy Store, which means that users of Samsung mobile phone will also be able to download X Wallet from the Galaxy Store. As we have said, we want to make sure the development of X Wallet goes even stronger. There are a few things that we have included. One is dApp integration. Looking at the screen, you will see that there's a dApp that's being incorporated. Very soon, X Wallet will come with dApp integration, which means that user will actually be able to use dApp apps on blockchain. We're also building a decentralized wallet, which is a feature heavily requested by our user, which means that with the decentralized wallet, you will be able to have full control over your private keys and your funds. One very interesting feature that will be coming out is actually in-app crypto payment. In-app crypto payment allows you and the users to actually pay for virtual services and other things using crypto. Of course, we will also be including a chat service on X Wallet. And we are very excited about the chat service because this chat service will be compatible with a commonly used chat that many of you are using, which means that you can migrate seamlessly into the chat service that X Wallet will be rolling out, and you will still be able to keep all your friends because you'll be able to use the chat feature in X Wallet and talk to your friends, even if your friends don't have X Wallet. Most importantly, FX testnet feature will start to roll out in X Wallet. What does it mean? This means that some of the FX testnet feature will be part of X Wallet, and when you use X Wallet, you are actually interacting on-chain with FX testnet. This feature is not yet available, but we'll be porting the testnet into X Wallet very soon. Let's talk about some growth areas that we have experienced very exciting growth. We have listed out 6 markets that we are actually experiencing interesting growth. One is United States, Brazil, Spain, Colombia, Indonesia, and India. Markets like Brazil, Colombia, and Spain have experienced exciting growth for Expos. One of the reasons we are experiencing good growth in this market is because we are working with great distributor partners. Our distributor partners work with us so that we can roll out Expos in many of the markets in local cities in these countries. Apart from that, in markets like Brazil, we are able to work with newsstands and also convenience stores so that more Brazilians can actually walk into the newsstands and convenience store to purchase cryptocurrency or use cryptocurrency to buy things. The download rates for Indonesia and India for X Wallet is tremendous. And we are very excited, and we hope that we'll be able to bring custom tailored service through dApps into these markets. Next, one of the very exciting things about AMA is that we're able to address many of the questions that users have. So let's just take a look at some of the questions that the users you have asked. There are a lot of questions, and we hope to go through it one by one. So because there are so many questions, we have actually organized it in different ways so that we can answer it categorically. The first one relates to Expos. We have gathered from Twitter and also Reddit, starting from a user called Johnny. So Johnny on Twitter asks, where are we on official global location of Expos? So, as we have commented, we have made a map of Expos on pundix.com/products, and you will be able to see some featured merchant that is using Expos on the map. We'll be increasing and updating the map once we have permission from the merchant to update their location. Maximilian from Reddit also asked, the marketing from Pundi has shifted from 100K to 700K Expos unit by 2021 to 100K. So what it means is that Maximilian asked, why do we shift from a 700K Expos to 100K? Actually, the 100K Expos has always been our target. It has been written on our white paper and has always been our ongoing target until the end of 2021. Part of our growth to get more user to reach the target is actually to work with existing POS company, as we say. We have successfully tested the software and have integrated to a POS company which is deployed globally, and we're now waiting for the green light to start integrating on some of their POS. Next, we have Twitter user Extra. 1 year ago, you sent 5,000 Expos somewhere. 3-year target was 100K by 2021. Now we have only 150 units as Extra. We have 150 units featured on our merchant map, but we have shifted thousands of Expos globally. The active Expos are deployed over 30 countries, and we're actively talking to B2B partners and also government agencies to have higher wholesale and big deployment. So we're sticking to our objective of delivering 100K POS by the end of 2021. Twitter user Ashar, Kalabu, and Sanjo from Reddit asks us, how many Expos is being used and how many are out there right now? So we have gone through a very serious bear market, and some of the initial inbound requests for POS Expos has not been delivered. But we're actually working slowly but surely with our great business development team to not just roll out into individual buyers such as the one we have done on Pizza Day, but also working with big B2B partners. With the certification approved, that will also help us roll out officially on some of the key markets. Next, Sanjo also asked, what are the average number of transactions per Expos use? The transaction number has increased fairly well, and the transaction number of each Expos actually differ. Some Expos are used more on using a cryptocurrency to purchase items, whereas other Expos are being used to purchase a crypto asset. So there's no standard answer to this, but what we are seeing is that the overall growth of transaction number and transaction volume are going up. Next, Dark Producer actually asks us, how do we plan to reach the target of 100K user by 2021? One of the challenge that we have is actually regulatory challenges. There are certain markets that doesn't allow the use of cryptocurrency, and there are certain markets that require a clear approval for us to deploy Expos. We are working on both challenges, talking to governments, ministers, to tell them why it is a good thing to adopt cryptocurrency, as well as applying for approval for certification. So how do we plan to reach 100K? It's actually by working with distributor to sell more Expos, working with B2B partners on a government level, on a business level, and also working with existing point of sales company to integrate our software solution into the system. Next, Twitter user Johnny again asks, we understand as there was a bear market and hence Expos usage demand was low. Are you guys seeing growth of Expos usage with current market condition? Can you guys put some statistic comparison like last 30 days Expos usage versus any month from the bear market usage? It is very clear that as we move out from the bear market, the demand from Expos is clearly increasing. As we shared just now, both the transaction volume and transaction numbers have beat Q1 from Q2. Once we receive permission from the merchant, we'll be able to share more transaction number. One exciting thing that we see is that with the listing of different tokens, such as Binance, BNB token, KuCoin token, NAM token, and etc., we also see users using these tokens as a way to transact on Expos. What it means is that we'll be having more ways to transact on Expos, and this is a growth point for Expos. Next, Billy asks, when will there be more details for Expos and Expos Handy? For Expos Handy, we have finished production, and it will be released on Q3. So Billy also asks another 3 questions. When will the iOS version of X Wallet and Expos be fully translated into other languages? Right now, for X Wallet, we have already come out with traditional Chinese, Korean, Spanish, German, and of course, English version. And with the latest update, which we had 2 days ago, it now includes Portuguese. Expos also comes with many languages, and we hope that we'll be able to furnish more languages, either working with partners or even volunteers. So if there's any volunteers that would like to have Expos and X Wallet in your local language, feel free to contact us. Billy also asks, when will the merchant back office have product registration and SKU ID? And also, when will the top-up feature go away for Expos to allow liquidity? Well, we are constantly updating our features on Expos. Our merchant backend account is constantly improving because we realize that one of the ways for mass adoption is to enhance our distributor management system. With that, distributor can actually manage many Expos at one time with different merchants. So please stay tuned as we update more and more features on Expos. Next, let's go to questions regarding Dubai. There are a lot of questions that have been asked about our deployment in the UAE. The good signs are that we have received approval from the UAE certification partner, which means that we are legally able to roll out on the UAE market. So Jason from Twitter, and also a user called Qualified User on Reddit has asked, when will we see the deployment of the Expos in Dubai? And can we spend MPXS on the Dubai Expos? Any updates on the Dubai project? As with many big projects which we are working on Expos, there are a lot of moving parts. And that includes working very closely with the local government. And in Dubai's case, the credit bureau of the finance ministry. Due to the confidentiality agreement which we have with our Dubai partners, we are unable to comment on specific details. However, what we can say is that we and our Dubai partners are working hard to have Expos roll out in the Dubai market and also UAE. As to whether we can use MPXS on the Dubai Expos, we are also discussing very aggressively with the Dubai partners whether to include crypto assets in Expos in Dubai. That clearly would involve local compliance and legal for that to happen. Next note, again, is asking about Expos. Next note from Twitter asks, your system upgrades expect merchants to have downtime on the Expos terminals. Can you explain, if you plan to run a business, why this would be considered feasible? Yes, the benefit or the strength about Expos is that most, if not all, of the updates can be done on the fly. Take, for example, when we have a token update on our Expos where a developer actually submits their token on our open platform, the updates of this token are actually on the fly, which means that once we approve the token on our open platform, it will appear automatically on Expos without any software updates. The great thing we believe about Expos is not just the support of crypto assets, but also the ability to update most things on the fly, which means that whenever we have a good feature or we have a token, this can be done instantaneously. So to answer your question, Twitter user NextNode, of course, there are circumstances that a manual update is needed, but this is far and few in between, and we believe the on-the-fly update feature which we have is a strength that is on Expos. Johnny on Twitter asks us, can you guys arrange at least a community voting, which is the next blockchain we would like to see next in Expos? For instance, I like to see X, Y, Z and quality projects. Well, one of the reasons why BNB is being listed on the Expos is simply because of its popularity and also our user demand. In a way, we are already answering to the community's requests. Right now, our main focus is really getting all the tokens that have been submitted on open platform to be listed on the Expos. The submission process includes our legal and compliance vetting. So our legal team and compliance team is actually working hard to make sure that we have more tokens rolled out through open platform, which means that you'll be on Expos, X Wallet, and also XPass. As to a specific voting mechanism, we would like to consider that, and hopefully we'll be able to run a specific voting for the chain which you and other users would like to see. Next, again, Johnny have asked us about competition from Square posts. Well, there are different POS companies that is operating around the globe. And our focus is really to work with these post companies so that it will come with our software so that a crypto assets feature can be part of their existing point of sale system. The more support for crypto assets usage using our software on existing POS, the better it is for global adoption. Johnny also asks if our system, our Expos, is priced competitively in the market. We actually strongly believe that our point of sale system is priced competitively in the market. And a great feature of the Expos is that not only the merchant need not pay a certain percentage to existing acquirers such as Visa, MasterCard, or the banks, but merchants are able to earn certain percentage from each transaction. So that is a key differentiator for merchants to want to adopt this. Next, Johnny asks us about adoption in Venezuela. There are concerns that there isn't any reference link for the Venezuelan market. Well, let's just give a little more patience so that we can actually release more information about our Venezuelan partnership. The good news is that we expect concrete news from Venezuela in the coming 2 weeks. To stay up to date about Venezuelan rollout for our Expos, the best way is actually to subscribe to our Telegram group for Venezuela. As you know, we have Telegram groups for different markets and different languages. So to know more about the Venezuelan progress and our partners and distributors in Venezuela, please subscribe to the Telegram group for Venezuela. Next, we have Jeff from Twitter with his Twitter username Rigby Empire. I know you cannot talk about new partnership, but are there some major partnership in works? I'm also interested in how you do immediate transaction. Scaling is always a hot topic. Do you anticipate scaling issues? The way Expos is being designed is that when you use your crypto assets to buy items such as coffee, it will have instantaneous confirmation because the process of using crypto asset to buy coffee is a off-chain action. An on-chain action happens when a user who owns crypto asset in our system transfer their crypto asset out of the Pundi ecosystem into their own wallet, or to transfer crypto assets in Pundi from an off-chain to a private wallet, which we will have very soon on X wallet itself. That is why we are able to handle scaling, because when a person uses cryptocurrency to buy coffee, the transaction would happen instantaneously. For specific partnerships, especially big B2B partnerships, we are actually obliged to respect the NDA process that we have signed. But if you do follow us closely, you know we are actually going to different parts of the world, talking to major companies to try to land more deals so that NPXS usage would increase dramatically. Next, Hamad from Dubai. Any big partnerships for Xphone or use the software for X blockchain? Well, again, Xphone partnership or customizing our operating system that we have with whether it's telco or mobile phone players, this is also subjected to NDA. So please be patient and we'll be announcing it once we have the news. Next, Tech Tinker from Twitter asks us, when will Expos approve to process Visa and MasterCard? Well, a few more users, such as Direct Producer on Twitter, Clary BTC from Reddit, and also Mehmet from Twitter, also asked similar question about Visa and MasterCard. Well, we have met representatives from these players, including some of their key management people. And they are obviously looking into cryptocurrency attentively, and we hope there's something that we can do with MasterCard and or Visa. So again, it is something that the community has suggested and we agree fully. So please allow us some time to actually work on this. Also, some of you might know, we have also showcased Expos to the CEO of MasterCard. So what or when will happen, when anything will happen, please wait for our official announcement. Next, Johnny from Twitter asks, what's the status on our quantum fund and their contribution or involvement with the Pundi project? Well, we announced last year that we are forming a fund to invest in projects that will be beneficial to our ecosystem. We have identified some interesting projects. In fact, we have invested in at least one project. The reason why we have invested in that project is because of the services that they will bring onto the Pundi's ecosystem. So the focus of the fund is in investing in companies so that these companies in turn can benefit our ecosystem. That is our key consideration. You made a good point, and what Pundi will do is that we will update the fund progress in Q3 so that when the time is right, we will announce the company that we have invested in and how they will contribute to the ecosystem. Johnny again asks us, recent updates on NPXSM is highly ambiguous, as mentioned, that it will be now BEP token, and later once FX goes live, it will get back to FX platform. Why do you guys want to do this? We understand involving with BEP increase possible liquidity, but overall sounds unnecessary as it will be going back to FX later. As you know, NPXSM token suffers from liquidity issue. One of the reasons is because NPXSM was using NAM chain. NAM in itself is a great product and a great public chain. However, due to our design philosophy of NPXSM and coincidentally, the limit of tokens can be created on NAM smart contract, we are only able to create a small number of the tokens on NPXSM because for the NAM blockchain. By moving into the Binance chain for NPXSM, the BEP2 token version will be able to support all NPXSM token numbers, which means that we'll be migrating and also being able to produce the exact amount on NPXSM token, which is in excess of over 100 billion NPXSM token. So we believe with the strong liquidity that we anticipate, we will be able to give our NPXSM token holders a good reason, because the token holders of NPXSM has been waiting for the liquidity to happen, which something NPXS already have. So what we hope to do is to bring NPXSM liquidity to the level of NPXS. Next, Twitter user Fetish Bill asks us, when are we listing XRP? Well, our open platform is a currency agnostic platform, which means that we will work on public chain and also token that is most requested by the user. Now that you have mentioned, and as many as well, we will also look into the listing of different tokens that's being mentioned by the community. And as we have said, we will have at least one more public chain in Q3 listed, perhaps even more. Cam9869 on Twitter asks us about Libra. he said or she said, they have said Libra, Facebook said they have wanted to become a payment remittance service and have Square, PayPal, Visa on board. And as an investor of Pundi, he or she would prefer for us to join them rather than compete. Of course, we were delighted to work with Facebook and also their Libra coin. Pundi and Expos is a currency agnostic, currency neutral platform. With the opportunity, and if there's opportunity to actually list Libra coin or work with Facebook in different ways to promote cryptocurrency adoption, we will certainly look into that and work on reaching out to them. Next, we would like to talk about the category of trading. Johnny asks us, can you confirm during this AMA, Pundi team is not involved with any trading with our own token? The question rises as recently found several other renowned blockchain projects for selling token holding. Well, all the company wallet address are being disclosed and closely monitored. This is one of the first things that we did right after ICO. Hence, our token holdings are transparent and everyone can monitor our funds transaction. Also, we have strict financial regulation and compliance, which means that we are here to build a long-term project. The best way for MPXS or MPXSM token to rise is through real daily life use case. Mehmet on Twitter said, when will you stop manipulating MPXS chart? Do you convert every day your token for not wanting to sell your FX sheet? Well, I guess the overall questions that Mehmet has is that, are we manipulating our MPXS? Our focus has always been and will be building great products. With great product usage, the demand for MPXS and MPXSM will increase. I would like to stress again that Pundi, the company, is not involved in any manipulation of the MPXS price. In this crypto market, there are market makers, financial institutions that profit from the rise and drop of a token price. The good thing about MPXS is that we have managed to create a high liquidity by listing on 40 exchanges and having global trades and demand all over the world. We hope this, and coupled with the fact that we have solid product and rollout and use case, the demand for MPXS will only continue to rise and will be able to deter any of the traders, of speculators that there is on MPXS. These traders profit from manipulating tokens, whether it's BTC or other tokens. In fact, on the traditional financial market, such groups of people actually exist. So what I want to stress is that Pundi, we Do not speculate or manipulate the price. We work very hard to create more demand for MPXS, and as a company, it is only beneficial for us to see the price of MPXS and MPXSM rises. Next, Twitter user next note. Can you please address the elephant in the room, which is Binance bot with huge sell walls and buy walls, causing huge distress? First, I cannot confirm or deny whether Binance, they themselves, have bots. I think this is something that you need to ask Binance. We need to work with Binance because Binance has one of the biggest liquidity, if not the greatest liquidity, for MPXS. The best way to counter manipulators, if there's one, is to create more use case, more demand, and more acceptance of our tokens. Next, Cam from Twitter user Cam 969 asks us, why on almost all exchanges do you not offer a USD trading pair? We have USD trading pair. We have USDT trading pair on different exchanges, including Bittrex. And we also have fiat trading pairs, including Korean won, Indonesian rupiah, Indian rupee, Turkish lira, and etc. I think we have done a pretty good job on creating and listing on exchanges and also good liquidity. Of course, we will continue to work on more pairs and more exchanges. So we hope to have more to come. Next, Cam again asks, why don't you offer a stable coin sell and purchase on the Expos to help adoption in places like Africa? Well, that's a great observation and a request that's being asked from many users. We're working on stablecoin listing on Expos, and hopefully it will come very soon. Stablecoin requires a greater compliance and legal vetting, which we are working on since months ago, and we hope to have the stablecoin up soon. Cam again asks about an active tracker of our coin burn. Well, it will be hard for us to have a daily tracker of a coin burn. But what we might be able to work on is a tracker which have shown all the tokens that have been removed from the usage. So thank you for giving us this great suggestions, and we will work on it in some form. Right, Swakat from Twitter asks us, why do you have so much coin supply and what is your value planning? Well, our token supply has always been specified in our white paper. And as promised in our white paper, we will continue to remove tokens through usage and use case, which we are working on all the time. And Ashley Sarves, Michael Rivera, and Gandalf Gray asked us about price movement, such as when will MPXS go to this and that. Well, we cannot comment on the price change. Our focus is on building products, and we hope that by doing that, the MPXS value would go up. So again, there's no way that we can comment on when this price or when that price. Crypto Air 25 said that, I believe that burning tokens every 14 weeks keep the price suppressed and will only lead to huge pump and dumps. In my opinion, the burns will move more frequent. The price would move more organically. Well, as per advice by our legal and compliance team, we will continue to maintain a quarterly token burn mechanism. Armil and Yazlim from Twitter asks us, is NPXS swap mandatory? What happened for tokens we have in Binance? Mandatory swap for FX is it is not mandatory for FX swap. And how many NPXS or NPXSM was converted? Well, in Q2, we'll be removing several billion NPXSM and another several billion NPXS, which I will announce the specific numbers in this AMA next. Next, we move on to X Wallet. One user, Hamud Dubai, asks us, why not put X Wallet in places where we can buy and sell, like restaurants and shops? Well, you are correct. In fact, if you look at X Wallet, there's a merchant feature whereby you can apply to become a merchant. By becoming a merchant, you will be able to print out your QR code and stick it on your restaurant, and people are able to pay to you through that QR code. In a way, that mechanism operates a little bit like a mini Expos through the QR code which you have on your X Wallet. Next, Johnny asks us, in addition to that, having multiple different blockchain on X Wallet will increase X Wallet adoption. We would like to see aggressive game plan and execution. Well, that's a great suggestion. Every day and every week, we work on increasing use cases for X Wallet. In fact, we think that our X Wallet update is one of the fastest in the market. In the 5 months, we have already had over 10 updates on iOS and also Google Play. And that doesn't include soft update. So we have had over 10 version updates, which you can download as updates. And if you include soft updates, which we are doing several days constantly, the updates, I feel, is tremendous. Johnny also asks, is there a swap option so that people can trade different coins on X Wallet? Yes, there are such plans. And in fact, one of the key features is that is upcoming is that people will be able to use coins in X Wallet to exchange for other things. The exact form and format has not been decided, or rather has not been reviewed. So we hope to share more when we have some concrete examples, but what you have suggested is definitely what we have planned for months ago. Billy asks us about when will Expos and X Wallet have fiat on-ramp? This is a good question. It not only involves compliance legal, but also involves the technical part. It is also something which we have been planning for months, and hopefully we will be able, once approved, to support certain fiat currency on-ramp and off-ramp on X Wallet. Next, categories in others. Gardner from Reddit asks us, how is the internal organization doing? Currently, how many employees work for Pundi and how many jobs positions are open? Well, that's a question that I would love to share. Puddi have grown pretty tremendously, and we now have, I believe, over 7 offices around the globe. Where I'm sitting in Singapore, Jakarta, Taipei, Seoul, Tokyo, Shenzhen, Sao Paulo, and London. These are the places which we have physical offices, and it houses approximately 100 employees, full-time employees of Pundi. What are the positions that is open for Pundi? The positions that are open for Pundi, there are a lot. On top of my head, we are looking for a legal associate counsel person in Singapore or in other offices. We're looking for more R&D people, especially in Taiwan. We're looking for marketing and PR people in different parts of the world. And we're looking for POS distributor all over the world. As a POS distributor, you'll work with our business development team and also our technical team to roll out many expos, which you have a network to control in your local market. So for more open position, check out our website, or even just go into our Telegram group and say hello to our great community managers and talk to them, and you will know what are the latest job positions which we have. James from Reddit asks us, would you consider removing the KYC to allow US holders to stake and be rewarded? We would love to have more users, including US holders. However, our compliance and legal has not allowed us to accept US holders to stake and be rewarded. I'm sorry to say that, but it is after very serious consideration that we have made this decision. In fact, it's a very hard decision because we have a healthy user base in US. Next, let's move to Expos. Johnny asks us, where are we on pre-sales announcement? It was highlighted on Q2 as a goal. If we get delayed, it's okay, but at least we have some clarification. Well, you have asked us at the right time because pre-sale order will happen this month, likely end of July. Pre-sale will take place on different channels, including Pundi's website and or X Wallet. And apart from our own channel, the pre-order will also go live on a third-party channel. People will be able to pre-order Expos either through crypto or through fiat. Yazlim from Twitter and CryptoNaut, which is Buzz Armstrong on Twitter, also asked the same thing. So late July pre-order starts. So Guy Shelker and Johnny asked us about the payment option. So as we have said, obviously as a blockchain company, we prefer payment in crypto, but fiat, Visa, Master, or other traditional payment method will be accepted on different pre-order channels. Stay tuned for the pre-order, which will happen in late July. Crypto Air asks whether the purchase will be for all regions around the world. Yes, pre-order will be able to be done online, and shipment will be shipped from our offices to users in different parts of the world. Crypto Air 26 and 27 also asked, will the blockchain mode on the Expo be operable during the testnet, or will this function not work until mainnet? We would quickly let okay, let me rephrase. XWallet and Expo is the first channel and avenue for FunctionX testnet. So once FunctionX testnet is operable, we will start to engage certain services on XWallet and Expo into FunctionX testnet and ultimately into mainnet. Slowly but surely. Ahmed, that was asked, just went viral about the blockchain mode timeline. Ahmed, which the Twitter handle Kuzo, will ask, does X1 have hard protective cover, extra slim slot, and also enhanced with IP68 water rating? Someone else asked this in our Telegram group several days ago. So X-Phone will not be waterproof. So please do not submerge X-Phone into water. X-Phone will definitely be eavesdrop proof because we are using a blockchain mode. So only you and you control your own conversation. Shelton Guy from Twitter asks, which country will accept X-Phone? Will I be able to use a SIM card? Will the blockchain mode work in every country? And will X-Phone I buy support updates in the future? People from any country will be able to buy X-Phone online. And you will be able to use a SIM because we will have a SIM slot. And of course, when X-Phone becomes a node, wherever you are, your X-Phone will be able to become a node when X-Phone can be turned on to become a node. Will X-Phone support future updates? Yes, of course. Just like our Expos, which supports silent update, and we have been updating many features on Expos, X-Phone will also continue like how we manage Expos. Many updates, and the updates will always be supported on X-Phone. Next, let's look at questions about FunctionX. We have about 10 more questions left. Johnny asks us, when is the detailed white paper coming for FunctionX? Why is the team very resistant to a well-documented white paper? We need scientific approach and well-documented FunctionX, like X project, so that developers can get more involved. Yes, developer involvement is a key criteria of the growth of FunctionX. We have done two things. One is that we have set up FunctionX Foundation, which is led by our own David Bankay and will involve third-party advisor and also board members. Second, we have set up a developer relations team led by one of our own person as well. And the developer relations team will work on creating developer documents, developer demos, and code samples so that external developers can tap into working with FunctionX resources. In fact, the first version developer documentation is ready in English and also in Chinese. We're still polishing up the documents, and hopefully we will be able to release soon. And while you wonder why are we not working with third-party developers? We are already working with third-party developers. We are engaging at least 2 third-party developer companies so that we can help create their services on FunctionX and also X Wallet. It will take a while before we announce it. The reason why we haven't talked about it is because we hope that with the developer showcase, we are able to showcase a smooth and usable, very usable service to the audience. We think this is a key criteria of FunctionX growth. Thank you, Johnny, for this suggestion. We need to update more often on our GitHub developer documentation as well. You asked about white paper. As you know, we do not have a real white paper per se because FunctionX did not do an ICO. We will continue updating our white paper and include not only technical details, but also details on the chain and also how we can get more developers, more users, so that your future hardware will add as node, so that you will also be rewarded financially through our ecosystem Genesis Fund. So please stay tuned. There's a lot of things going on in the company, and rest assured that each and every one of us in 100 people are working hard. Next, Maximilian asks us on Reddit, why does the FX ecosystem need a decentralized operating system? Well, the mantra of FunctionX is actually decentralization and having private control of your data. A full private control of your data comes with a decentralized system, not just the transmission of your data, but in fact, an operating system built fully for decentralization, which includes a transmission protocol to replace HTTP so that it's fully decentralized, and also the apps that the developer uploads into FunctionX will be decentralized, as well as the data that is stored on the apps, which means that how Bitcoin or crypto assets are verified on different nodes will also be part of the way we store data and also content, which means a decentralized OS is key to fulfilling a decentralized environment for a more private and free usage. What Maximilian asks, what about FX are we most excited about? I think we are actually creating a paradigm shift of how people view a blockchain and how decentralization can not only happen it's not just for transacting financial commodity, but also transacting data, your bits, your bytes, your photo, your image, and even your identity is decentralized. So that is what we are most excited about. And the only way for us to achieve this is to have developer support, because we need developers to build on the foundation which we have to offer those exciting services. Johnny again asks us, we understand that developing a new blockchain is time consuming. As a community, we are in a dark space to understand where exactly the development of FX right now. We are working hard on creating the testnet and eventually the mainnet. For the latest update about FunctionX, what I can encourage you to do is to go onto FunctionX Telegram group and subscribe the group. There are discussions on the group, and as I've said, we have formed a foundation for it and also a developer relations team so that the FunctionX progress will go smoother and also with more partnership from outside, whether it's developer or third-party companies, telco, etc. Next note from Twitter asks us, when FX goes live on mainnet, will FX coin be used to stake and earn MPXS? Well, the MPXS and MPXSM staking will last till March 9th, 2020 as announced. What we are committed is to create more use cases. So for FX token, the use cases will be focused on the FunctionX chain and also use cases on FunctionX that include dApps on FunctionX and different hardware and software services. Crypto War asked us about when testnet will be available. So did David Anderson, Hamid, and also Billy on Twitter. Well, first, I would like to thank you for your constant support. And in Q3, we plan to open FunctionX testnet so that we'll be migrating and creating certain use cases that can be used on FunctionX testnet, starting with our own X wallet, which means that X wallet will migrate some features into FunctionX testnet, and then slowly followed by our other Pundi X products, including Expos, XPath, Open Platform, and also FunctionX own developer-related products from third parties. So that is all. We have a huge stack of AMA this time, and we really hope that we have answered most, if not all, of your questions. If any questions do come up, please always engage us, because we hope that one of the things we can achieve is community engagement. So next, I would like to talk about token removal. So one of the key things about this AMA is token removal. So as you can see, for Q2's token removal, we will be removing approximately $22 million worth of token from the circulation. We'll be removing 29 billion MPXSM from circulation, as well as 5 billion MPXS from circulation. In sum, we'll remove 34 billion MPXS and MPXSM permanently from the total supply on 14th of July 2019. The token removal includes token from conversion and also token from Expos usage. So in the past 365 days, we have removed $36 million worth of token out of circulation. These tokens will be including 22 million, will be permanently removed from the total supply. This is in line with our commitment from our ICO, which is to create token use case and to remove token, which some might call burn, from the ecosystem. We will continue to have even more token removal mechanism and use cases so that we can look forward to more ways of token removal. So to summarize, for Q2, we are removing $22 million worth of token. And in the past 365 days, we have removed $36 million worth of tokens. Next, as you know, MPXSM token will migrate onto Binance chain. The good thing about this migration is that we will be able to display the real total token supply of the MPXSM on the Binance chain. Hopefully, by working closely with Binance, we'll be able to create strong liquidity and strong use case for MPXSM as we did for MPXS. So, as we have said earlier, Xphone will be live for pre-order. And in fact, we'll be sharing the pre-order video very soon to everyone. And regardless of which part of the world you are, you will be able to purchase Xphone through our X wallet and or Pundi X channel, and also third-party channel. One change that we might have, that we will have for Xphone is that Xphone will come out with a whole new name. We'll be announcing Xphone's name. Xphone is a project name, and throughout our trademark registration, we realized that Xphone is a trademark that is susceptible to trademark issues. So Xphone, the project, and the mobile phone will have a brand new business name very soon. Please stay tuned for the announcement. Next, as you know, the Pundi X and also the Function X team are heavily traveling and promoting and evangelizing our solutions. X blockchain is a project which we have built and closely relate to Pundi X and Function X. In the month of July, which is this month, X blockchain meetup will take place in Hanoi, Vietnam, Tokyo, Japan, Johannesburg, South Africa, Dubai in the UAE, and also Istanbul in Turkey. So for you guys who live in these places, we really would love to see you and talk to you, especially if you are a long-term supporter and token holder. So if you see us, if you do attend the X Blockchains meetup and meet us there, please come and talk to us and give us your feedback. We would love to speak to you. Next, I would just like to share that our communications team and also other team members have spoke at 22 events across 3 continents to over 5,000 live audiences. Of course, that includes Expos distributor initiated meetup. That is in Q2. And we would like to highlight some of the events that we will be going or we have went. One is the World Cities Summit happening in Latin America. The World City Summit focuses on creating smart city around the world, and we are very lucky to be invited to speak. We are also a frequent speaker in GSMA series, including MWC, which happened in Barcelona and Shanghai, and we will also be a keynote speaker in GSMA series in Africa, happening in Rwanda very soon in July. So these are some of the highlight events that we have gone to and we will go to. And in Q3, we will continue speaking and evangelizing heavily in both X blockchain and other global events. So we have reached almost the end of our AMA for Q2. For Q3, there are 4 things that we would like to highlight, which we will also need great support from the community. One is developer ecosystem. We are looking forward to create strong developer ecosystem to help us build dApps on X Wallet for more token listing through open platforms for Expos, through developer involvement via our developer relations team on FunctionX, testnet, and etc. So building developer ecosystem is key to us, and we will be rolling out more demos, also hoping to welcome developers to work with us, whether to join us as a developer relations person, full-time, part-time, or on a voluntary basis for you to speak at more developer events. Any way that can get us and to create a strong developer ecosystem. So please stay tuned if you're a developer or you're a blockchain company, because we'll be sharing many developer materials soon. Second is a B2B partnership. On Q3, we will continue to focus on strong B2B partnership, whether it's with big companies or strong blockchain companies. As always, for B2B partnership, we are bound to NDA, but rest assured that we are following on different fronts in different parts of the world on strong B2B partnership to roll out our products and services. Third is governmental level support. We have been engaging with different government agencies, whether it's in Singapore or in other countries. With the governmental level support, we hope to have more governmental high-level partnership to come out. Because for financial inclusion, the involvement of government is key. Last but not least, what makes PundiX is the team members. The team members from London to Jakarta to Sao Paulo, and also our remote team members all over the world. We are looking to continue hiring great people, passionate people that believes in the PundiX project and FunctionX project, and people that believe in creating true decentralization and privacy, and of course, supporting the underbanked people. So if you are one of them, and if you ever consider joining PundiX or FunctionX, we hope to receive and talk to you. And by welcoming more people, PundiX can only go stronger and stronger. So, guys, this is almost the end of our AMA. I'd like to thank you, everyone, again for tuning in, especially for some of you that are in a time zone where it's in the early hours or in a time where you take the effort to join us. So once again, representing all of PundiX and FunctionX, we would like to thank you once again for your support and your continuous suggestions that is given to us. We look forward to our next AMA in 3 months, and we thank you once again. This is Zach signing out for PundiX.